How you going, people? Let's talk about trigger control and trigger squeeze, because this is like the hardest thing for most all shooters to get. Remember, shooting a gun is mental. I got a story on my dog channel on how that happened, so don't ask me what happened to my thumb. Go to Think Like a Dog and read about it. So anyway, you press... Oh, it's clear! The safety sallies! Woo! So, the thing about trigger control and trigger squeeze is slow, steady pressure. You know, I get into, you can only use this part of the finger, and you only use that part, and you only use that part. And if you use that part, that's wrong, that's too much, and that's too little. Look, people, I don't care what you use, and I've taught a lot of people to shoot, and I've made some pretty good shooters out of not so good shooters. And the key to shooting is focus on the front sight and trigger control. And trigger control is slow, steady pressure to the rear till the gun goes bang. Good reset. After it resets, slow, steady pressure to the rear. Slow, steady reset. Slow, steady pressure to the rear. Slow, steady reset. Now you can do this kind of quick. I'm still doing slow, steady pressure. I'm just doing it a little bit quicker. That's still steady pressure because the gun's not moving. So I decided to use this laser, and hopefully the laser will show up. So I'm going to aim this laser at this gun here, right at the door handle there. You can see it right in the middle. And I'm going to do slow, steady pressure squeezes. Notice how the red dot stays on the doorknob. Now I'm going to do fast trigger pulls. So that's what most people do when they shoot. This was slow, steady pressure squeeze. This was fast. So even though, because I'm pretty good at shooting, I can pull pretty quick and keep it pretty solid. But the key to trigger control is keeping that slow, steady pressure till it goes bang and thinking about letting it go to hear the reset. Most people do this, and they throw that trigger finger off afterwards, and it throws the gun because they're throwing their whole hand because they're trying to get that trigger off. That gun should be steady and not moving even when you're resetting and even when you're coming back. There shouldn't be a lot of movement. Look at the front sight on this doorknob here. It shouldn't move. Versus this. And you can see it with the red dot versus slow, steady, controlled. That is the key to improving your shooting, I'm telling you. I just did a trigger job on this. I'm going to post that as soon as I get finished editing it together. I changed the springs in here, and it's got a really nice, easy trigger now. It's a lot smoother and a lot easier. And I showed how to change those springs and put in, I think it's the Apex spring. But anyway, we'll end that there on trigger squeeze, trigger reset. If you can focus on the front sight and squeeze your trigger and then make sure you feel the trigger reset, your accuracy will go up 50% of what you're doing now. That's my opinion. We'll end that there.